truth about the royal scene, with a fist of fire and a voice so keen. Hidden heart with those altar bridge vibes, no sugarcoating, no false alibis. Tearing down the lies she despised. Yorkshire lass with fire in her eyes. Steph don't play, she holds the line, shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign, fearless and bold with a soul that's shine. In a sea of fake, she's a beacon bright, unraveling the drama without a fright. Armored with honesty, ready to fight. Injustice quivers at her sight. Unbreakable will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Steph's world, truth is intertwined. Steph don't play, she holds the line, shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign, fearless and bold with a soul that shines. Will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Steph's world, truth is intertwined. Steph don't play, she holds the line, shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign, fearless and bold with a soul that shines.
Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. How are you all doing? Thank you so much to everyone that's watching live right now, whether it's on YouTube or on X. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yes, let me give you the rundown as to what to expect for today's Daily Nerd Live for Sunday, the 28th of September, 2025. First and foremost, that's not the one that's supposed to show up. Okay. It's as if I've never streamed before. All right, first and foremost, let's get into it. The King has responded. Breaking news. King Charles responds to Prince Harry blaming men in grey suits for the reunion sabotage, reunion fail, whatever you want to call it. Guess what? The King is out and out calling Harry a liar, liar. Pants are on fire situation. What the deuce is going on? We'll get into that in a moment. Then the second topic for today's Daily Nerd Live, Meghan Markle and Anna Hazard, right? They've been awarded, a medal, an award, a trophy, whatever, right? Get this. For combating online trolling. For their humanitarian efforts to make the internet a safer place. I'm going to explain to you why this is all kinds of wrong. And I have, all right, some exclusive receipts for you to prove why Hazza and Megzy do not deserve this award. So stay tuned for the second topic for today's live stream. Then we're going to run into the third topic, which, oh my goodness, like, seriously, some people just need to think. Generally speaking, before they open the gob. I know, that's coming from me. I know. However, all I'm going to say is this for the third topic. Meghan Markle. Serena Williams. Oh, yeah, she's coming up again. Yep. And check this out. And racist cotton. Yeah, you heard that right. There's Meghan Markle, there's Serena Williams, and then there's racist cotton. That's what's coming up for the third topic for today's live stream. Stay tuned for that. And then the fourth one, guys, well, it's entirely up to you. It's the bonus Hazza and Megzy story. And how do we unlock it? Well, to unlock the bonus Hazza and Megzy story, only if you can, of course, please contribute to today's super chat goal. We just need 10 super chats in the next hour to unlock the bonus Hazza and Megzy story for today's live stream. And what's it all about? Let's put it this way. Speaking of King Charles, he's taken more action. Oh, yeah. Hazza and Megzy, you're not going to like it. What more action has King Charles taken against the gruesome twosome? There's the hint, guys, and that's what's coming up for today's Daily Nerd Live for Sunday, the 28th of September, 2025. Again, big major thank you to everyone that's jumping in today's live stream. Just to give you a little bit of an update, first and foremost, before we crack on with the stories, for those that are watching on the live, on the replay, should I say, when I can get my teeth back in, you know the drill. Fast forward 5-10 minutes, I will have started the first topic for today's live stream. But couple of things to give you guys an update on. Thank you so much to everyone that has been able to send a few sugar bucks my way because, for those that don't know, yes! The Elgato Facecam Pro is now part of the Alterverse, part of Alter Nerd Studios. So thank you so much to everyone that has been able to send a few sugar bucks my way to make that happen. Today, you have no idea. I've literally been in this studio all day. Firstly, rearranging things a little bit. You guys probably won't notice that much of a difference, but seriously, I have done some cable management that, yeah, I'm definitely proud of it. Let's put it that way. I've also installed the Facecam Pro, so that is pretty much ready to use. The second mic in the studio is also set up. Not ready to use yet. I've ordered something from Rode. Hopefully, that'll then make the second mic work. And who'll be using the second mic and the second cam? Could it be a certain little Mr. Fox? I'm just asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. So, yes, thank you so much to everyone that's been able to send a couple of sugar bucks my way to make this happen. Any other sugar bucks that you do send my way will go towards, again, reinvesting back into this channel, back into the studio. And also, as a little bit of a side note, you know, fully transparent. This is my full-time job, so it does help pay the bills as well. With that being said, let's do a few thank yous. Give me a moment. My goodness. Wow. So many thank yous already. Jessie581, thank you so much for gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Jessie581 and also Carol. Carol has jumped in and gifted another one of you lucky lot leaderships. That only means one thing, guys. Today's gifting wars have officially begun. So thank you so much to Jessie581 and Carol for kicking off today's gifting wars. Also as well, Carol, thank you so much for that very generous $9.99 sugar bucks saying, let's get this party started for future equipment. Thank you very much. Appreciate your face. Also as well, thank you so much to Jessie581 for quite a number of super chats here, sugar bucks, saying, love this community. and then just cause. Oh, appreciate you. Thank you so much. And arts in the chat for Flapper27, because, oh my goodness, Flapper27, dude, or dude, whoever you are, thank you. She's the freaking bed. Sending $50 sugar bucks. You have ruined a heck of a lot of Sugar's days by sending a shiz ton of sugar bucks my ways. And oh my goodness, they're not. The Sugars are not going to like one of the stories that's coming up today. Oh, yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But arts in the chat for Flapper27, because you bring it every single live stream pretty much. You are uber generous and so supportive. So thank you so, so much. Lisa Boo, thank you so much for the $2 sugar buck, saying much love, Steph, and everyone. Thank you. And then, yeah, now I can click on the rest. Jesse581, thank you so much. My favourite super chat sticker. Yay, the ginger doggy fighting arts moment. For those that don't know, this is a ginger doggy. The art's coming from the tail. When you lift the tail from a doggy, what's directly underneath? The butthole. Therefore, this is a ginger doggy fighting arts moment. You'll never be able to ever unsee it ever again. You are very welcome. That's why it gives me such a big grin, because I just see a ginger doggy fighting arts. I like it. I wish I could fart arts. Mr. Fox wishes I could fart hearts. Let's put it that way. Kizzy Arsenu, thank you so much for the $2 sugar buck, saying, for stuff. For stuff like this, that'll do for me. Thank you so, so much. Mum of Two, thank you so much for the sugar bucks. Very, very kind of you. Very generous with the $9.99 sugar bucks there. Stephen Magnus, the big SM, is in the chat. Hey up, dude. How's it going? Like this. Hey up, dude. I don't know why I wanted to do it like that, but you know what? It's there now. Hey up, dude. I don't know where I got that from. Where did I get that from? Like that? I don't know. I have no idea, all right? I don't mean it in an offensive way. I'm just like, hey up, dude. Anywho, swiftly moving on from that. Thank you so much for the sugar bucks, mate. Saying Catherine's rose plants, £10 to Great Marston. Yes. I've been seeing Taz, according to Taz on X, showing off her Catherine's roses, and they look really cool. The only problem is, right, I don't have green fingers. Like, in my garden, everything that I've planted dies. Even when I give them the best soil, the spray, all the water they need, everything, right, they still die, and I don't know why. So pretty much everything in my garden now is fake plants. Whatever. It works for me, so there we go. Mic Drop Lisa says, I've noticed changes on the shelving behind you. Yes. So I've made a couple of changes on the shelving behind me. You might have noticed this. Oh, yeah, I'm totally patriotic. I don't give a shiz anymore. So there's that. But it's more in front of me. A few things have really, really changed. And stay tuned. I might take a couple of pictures and show you on the community tab. So stay tuned for that. So, yeah, my goodness. Wow. Mic Drop Lisa. Thank you so much for the £5 sugar buck, saying, want to ruin a sugar's day? Send some sugar bucks Steph's way, just like this. There you go. Mic Drop Lisa showing you how it's done. And Miss Chloe Celeste, thank you so much for the £2 sugar buck, saying, did Hazard really do not allowed meet Zelensky? Okay. So I did a story on this the last couple of weeks, and the story goes, before we jump into the main topic, that when Hazard was here in the UK, he then made the surprise trip to Ukraine. Apparently, the UK British government turned around and said, don't meet up with Zelensky. Whatever you do, leave him out of it. Apparently, again, the story goes, that Hazard and his car veered away from the motorcade that he was in, and he wasn't around for about an hour. And the rumours are is that for that hour, he met up with Zelensky when the British government told him, don't freaking do it. So if that's what you mean, that's the situation there. Also, as well, if you guys want even more content from me, I want to say a big, massive thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my brand new third channel, Baccarat Nerds on Kick. So thank you so much to all the alter nerds that have made the jump over to Baccarat Nerds on Kick so far. It's me playing Baccarat. And yeah, talking about Hazza, Megsy, what's going on in the world. So guys, please keep me company over there on that channel. Head on over to kick.com/Baccarat-nerds. And yeah, follow me on there. I stream on that channel 4 times a week for an hour, pretty much Monday to Thursday. And I'm having so much fun so far. There's been no streams on Baccarat Nerds this week because Avantage Baccarat, the game that I'm playing, they've been updating their system and their game. I should be able to get back to it next week though, so yay! So thank you so much to everyone that subscribed to Baccarat Nerds over on Kick so far. I've just spammed the live chat with the link, but it's also pinned right at the top of the live chat. So even if you don't have a Kick profile, do me a favor, set up a Kick profile and then follow me on Baccarat Nerds. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much for that. And whilst I'm at it, I just want to thank everyone that's also supported me on my second channel, Political Nerds. You guys are amazing. So thank you so much for that. And Phoebe Rare, thank you so much for your sugar bucks for £2. $2. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. With that being said, guys, do you know what? Let's jump into it, shall we? Because King Charles, oh my goodness, right. So, breaking news, because this has literally just happened in the last hour. So this is breaking news, guys. King Charles has essentially called Prince Harry a liar because Prince Harry over the last 24 hours has been blaming the men in grey suits for the failed reunion. For sabotaging the reunion, the reconciliation, however which way you want to term it, right? Now, let's go right at the beginning and lay down the groundwork here, okay? So the story that has kicked all this off is this one right here, okay? And this was from yesterday, and this was the Sun saying a formal greeting, an exchange of kisses and gifts, but still no way back. And there were details that the Sun yesterday had told us about this meeting between Hazza and the King a couple of weeks ago, right? And part of the details that came out from what the Sun reported is that apparently Hazza gave the King a photograph of himself, Hazza, Megsy, and the 2 children, Lily and Archie. There were other details that the Sun had provided as well in their story yesterday. However, interestingly enough, Prince Harry was very quick to issue a denial on that. He wasn't so quick to issue a denial after the furor from the Oprah interview, where they essentially turned around and at least insinuated that there was a member of the royal family that was racist, if we all remember that. Hazza and Megsy let those headlines go, didn't they? Who's the royal racist, this, that, and the other. It wasn't till 2 years later that Hazza was like, oh, I didn't say that they were racist. I said it was unconscious biasness. Yeah, all right. Pull the other one. Anywho, it takes him 2 years, right, to correct the story of the royal racist stemming from the accusations in the Oprah interview, right? But it took Hazza, in comparison, less than 24 hours to speak out against the article from The Sun, right? So here we go. In a statement to People magazine on September the 27th, a spokesperson for Hazza pushed back on recent reports, including one published by The Sun a couple of days ago on September the 26th. Sorry, I keep saying it was yesterday. I'm losing track of time. Apologies. That described the September 10th reunion at Clarence House as distinctly formal. So, recent reporting, it says here, of the Duke's view of the tone of the meeting is categorically false, Harry's spokesperson said in a statement to People on the 27th of September, saying the quotes attributed to him are pure invention fed. One can only assume by sources intent on sabotaging any reconciliation between father and son. Presumably, those same sources have also chosen to disclose that gifts were exchanged. The spokesperson also confirmed that Hazza presented his father with a framed photograph, but clarified that it didn't include Hazza or Megzi, saying, while we would have preferred such details to remain private for the sake of clarity, we can confirm that a framed photograph was handed over. However, the image did not contain the Duke and Duchess, the spokesperson added. Okay. So he's denying, right, that he leaked any information to the Sun, turning around and saying that what the Sun was saying is complete BS. However, at the same time as him denying it, he's leaking information out by specifically saying and confirming what gift he did give to the king instead. He's denying he's the leaker, whilst at the same breath, in the same time, actually leaking information. Like, does this dude have any brain cells left? Like, seriously, right? Now, let's get on with the denial a little bit more, because in a statement to People magazine, a spokesperson for The Sun then said, in his statement, Prince Harry confirms the exchange of gifts, including a family photograph. The office of the Duke of Sussex was given full right of reply yesterday in advance of publication and opted not to give a response to The Sun's carefully sourced account of the meeting. We have today updated the online article to include his new statement. So the Sun is actually turning round and saying, what the deuce, mate? We actually contacted you before we published the article. You said nothing at all, which, to be fair, I believe. I actually believe that. Because how many times have we seen articles, right? And they're talking about Hazza and Megzi. And then towards the end, they say, we reached out to Hazza and Megzi for comment. And guess what? Wall of silence. They didn't get out. So I totally believe the Sun here, where they're turning round and they're saying, we went to Hazza, we gave him the opportunity to tell us what the deuce is going on, right? We've got the information. Is it right? Is it not? You tell us, right? You have your opportunity to respond. And he didn't. I believe this happened. I definitely do, right? I believe the Sun. Now, okay. Here he is blaming the men in grey suits. So this is from the Mail on Sunday, front page. Harry, men in grey suits are sabotaging my reunion with father. Now, where have we heard that expression before? It looks like Hazza has been taking some cosplay skills, you could call them skills, from Megzi herself. Why? Because here we've actually got Princess Diana saying the exact same thing here. So we've got Andrew Morton, author of Diana, Her True Story, and he says the following: Diana started to realise that she needed to take steps to escape the prison she considered herself to be in. A bitterly unhappy marriage coupled with a royal system ruled by men in grey suits. It is not by accident at all that Hazza is saying that men in grey suits are trying to sabotage his relationship with his father. It might be a conspiracy theory, whatever. He's bringing up the memory, the ghost of Princess Diana as some kind of emotional ploy, emotional blackmail, emotional coercion, whatever the frick you want to call it, right? Now, before we get on to King Charles's response here, a couple of thank yous. So, Jesse581, thank you so much for another kind sugar bucks saying for the goal. Thank you so much. Appreciate your face. And Kizzy Arsenu, thank you so much for the sugar bucks saying done and done. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much for that. And my goodness, Big SM again. Thank you so much for your sugar bucks saying, Meghan, the source leaking to destroy any reunion. I wouldn't be freaking surprised. Now, let's get on to King Charles's response, because Hazard denies, he then blames the men in grey suits. Oh, King Charles has responded. And guess what? He's out and out calling Hazard a liar. Your grey pants are freaking on fire. Here we go. This is from the Times. King Charles perplexed by Prince Harry's accusation of sabotage. The palace has been left saddened and perplexed by Prince Harry's latest claim that the institution is sabotaging the relationship with his father, the king. Hazard appeared to accuse courtiers of leaking information about a meeting with his father this month amid reports that the prince had claimed men in grey suits were responsible. The news has been met with disappointment by friends of the king. A royal source saying, quote, the reality is that senior aides have been working behind the scenes to improve what is a delicate but important private family relationship. So, on one hand, Hazard's turning around and saying, the men in grey suits are trying to sabotage my relationship with my father. On the other, King Charles, or royal source, is saying, no, the reality is we've been working behind the scenes pretty hard to try and improve, to try and repair this relationship between the king and Hazard. Okay, well, where are the men in grey suits sabotaging this then? The king has out and out just responded, turning around and saying, Hazard's accusation that the men in grey suits are trying to sabotage our reunion is absolute codswallop. Absolute balls. Because actually, behind the scenes, we're trying to build up the relationship. We're trying to repair it. We're not trying to sabotage it. What the hell is he smoking? Oh my goodness, right? Now, ultimately, Prince Harry has proven Dr. Chanduaka right. And so here we've got the British Prince at freedom_007__ quoting Dr. Sophie Chanduaka, and if I've mispronounced her name, I do apologise, saying there are people in this world who behave as though they are above the law and mistreat people, and then play the victim card and use the very press they disdain to harm people who have the courage to challenge their conduct. I feel like it's a bit of Groundhog Day at the moment with what Hazard is accusing the palace of doing, right? He's playing the victim again. The men in grey suits that were after me mum, they're now after me. Come on. You believe that, bull? But Riley Sage, I love this. Make sure you're following Riley Sage on X because they share the best blind items as far as I'm concerned. And she says the Harkles are big mad. We know they leaked. And so leak more in their denials. Yeah. You see the big massive irony on that one? Now here we've got some more reactions. This one from According to Taz saying his delusions are strong. Always someone else to blame. It's an establishment stitch-up. It's the men in grey suits. It's never Harry's actions, choices or decisions. Nothing is ever his fault. Exactly. He blamed the king. He blamed the queen, right? He blamed the late Queen Elizabeth II. He blamed Prince Philip. He blamed Prince William. He blamed Princess Catherine, right? All of a sudden, wiped that all away, and now he's blaming the men in grey suits. But again, echoing the very same words that Princess Diana used back in the day. That's no freaking coincidence. That is for damn certain. But now he's trying to change the goalposts and say, the royal family, my actual family aren't the enemy. No. Instead, it's the men in grey suits that are now the enemy. And they have been all along. He's trying to change the goalposts. He's trying to rewrite the history of his narrative. I never blamed the royal family. I never blamed the king. I never blamed anyone. It was all the men in grey suits. They're to blame. Don't fall for it. And recognise what he's doing here, because I don't think a lot of people are talking about this. How he's changing the goalposts, how he's changing who the villain is in this story. From the king, Queen Camilla, Prince William, Princess Catherine, the late Queen, and the late Prince Philip. They're not the villains anymore. No. He's changing the narrative to say the villains now are the men in grey suits. And echoing the words of Princess Diana, to try and, as far as I'm concerned, manipulate, coerce us, manipulate, emotional, whatever, right? I'm not going to fall for it. Are you? Now, let's go through a few more reactions, because here, British Prince then says, Prince Harry is the biggest hypocrite gaslighter. I fully understand why Chelsea and many other women dumped his manipulative and angry, self-important ass. Men in grey suits are sabotaging my reunion with father. Also, Harry says in the same breath, my conscience is clear. I have no regrets. Well, let's put it this way, right? His conscience ain't clear. And he does have regrets. Because now, like I said, he's changing the goalpost to who the villains are. The villains aren't anymore the members of the royal family. No, it's the men in grey suits. Maybe he does have regrets for targeting the wrong people in the first place. And even the men in grey suits are the wrong people. The person he really needs to be targeting as to who really sabotaged the relationship between him and his dad is him. It's Prince Hazard, right? And so let's go through a few more reactions. So here we've got Lady C. Make sure you subscribe to the fabulous Lady C on YouTube. As she says, it's interesting that Hazard is now bawling and squawking about how the palace is briefing against him. Referencing him blaming now the men in grey suits. She says, look, and I'm paraphrasing here, if Hazard hadn't actually gone to the Guardian first to discuss what happened initially in the meeting between himself and the king, while at the same time making sure that he got the message across that he hadn't regretted not one word of what he wrote in his memoir and his many other complaints, there would have been no need for the palace to issue its correction. Harry simply doesn't get it. He's the architect of the hothouse which shelters the distrust generated by him and his wife since she came on the scene and Lago-like began dripping poison in his ear. In other words, he doesn't get it. The enemy, the person he needs to blame, is himself. Oh, and Megsy as well. She says here, he might be a victim, but it's not of a dastardly system intent on keeping him and his father apart. It's of his and his wife's behaviour. And until he understands that simple fact and accepts that his victims need to protect themselves against him, i.e. his open mouth, right, and his wife's machinations and ambitions, he will always be barking up the wrong tree, claiming to be a victim when in fact he is a perpetrator. I mean, Lady C says it better than me. Lady C says it better than I'd say the majority of people as far as I'm concerned. And hey up, Lewis from Nerd Report, my favourite. How you doing, mate? Aw, thank you so much for coming in. Make sure everyone subscribes to Nerd Report, my big brother over in LA. Appreciate your face, mate. Thank you so much. Here, oh my goodness, the funny reactions. Before we get into the second topic for today's live stream, I've got to show you these funny reactions. Firstly, memes by Kai. Oh, snaps and claps to you. Snaps and claps to you. My goodness. Exclusive. King Charles showcases Sussex family photo gifted to him by his son Harry during recent reunion. Okay, it's of Megsy and Hazard, and then the back of the heads of Lily and Archie. Oh, seriously. snaps and claps for that one. Like, one of the funniest memes I have ever seen related to the gruesome twosome. And here we've got Royal Thoughts. And let me just leave you on this. In his latest embarrassing episode, Prince Harry fails to realise that he is the man in a grey suit who has ruined his relationship with his family and public reputation. Yeah, he has. To the point where King Charles has responded and essentially, through royal sources, is calling Hazza liar, 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 your pants are on fire. With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. We're going to get on to the second topic in a moment. Meghan Markle and Hazza have been awarded for fighting bullying online, for combating online trolling. I'm going to explain to you why this is all kinds of wrong with exclusive receipts. Oh, yeah, you're not going to see anywhere else. So, for those watching live, whether on YouTube or on X, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. If you haven't done so already, do make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's if you're watching on the replay. Let me do just a couple of thank yous before we spearhead into the second topic for today's live stream. Thank you so much to Gunner Girl for your continued support for the leadership for the last 24 months, saying, love you, Steph. You are an amazing, strong person, and it's been 4 years. You rock, my friend. You rock too, lass. Thank you so, so much. Also, as well, my goodness, Chris Mills, thank you so much for that very, very generous £10 sugar bucks. Really appreciate your face there. My goodness. Saying Prince Philip's nickname for Prince Andrew was Spare. Seems Harry stole that name too. I know, right? And this is the thing. I've been reading Entitled by Andrew Lowney, and guys, it is, as far as I'm concerned, essential reading, all right, for the gruesome twosome, because there are so many parallels between Prince Andrew, Fergie, and Hazza and Megsy. It is unreal. Oh my goodness, it is unreal. If you haven't got it, get it, read it, thank me later. But Chris Mills, thank you so, so much for that very generous sugar bucks there. Also as well, oh, Lisa Boo, thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership for the last 38 months. Saying thanks, Steph, for this wonderful community. Much love to all. Oh, much love to you too. Thank you so, so much. And did I see MLS in the chat? Hey up, MLS. Where are you, mate? Wherever you are, my goodness, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate your face. Looking forward to the Lego battle next month. Or is it the month after? I'm looking forward to the Lego battle that is going to commence in a little while. I'm going to be a European Viking again. Yes, let's do this. In the meantime, let's crack on with the second topic for today's live stream, because Megsy and Hazza, they've been awarded an award, a medal, whatever the frick, right? For their humanitarian efforts to fight online bullying, to combat online trolling. I'm going to tell you why this award is all kinds of wrong, and I'm going to be giving you some exclusive receipts. So let's get into it right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Megsy and Hazza, it's been announced that they're being awarded a medal, whatever, right, for their humanitarian efforts to combat online trolling, to try and beat online bullying. Yeah. You heard me. I know. Now, I'm going to explain to you why this is all kinds of wrong with exclusive receipts you're not going to see anywhere else. Now, let me lay down the groundwork for those that don't have any idea of what's really going on. So, Hazza and Megsy, they're going back to New York City. It's actually, I think, on my birthday as well, on the 9th of October, guys. So my birthday is going to be hella busy. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's next New York City outing announced. And it comes with a big honour. Oh, what's the big honour? Hazard and Megsy are going to accept the Project Healthy Minds Humanitarians of the Year award in NYC. And this is due to their Archewell Foundation launching initiatives like the Parents Network to protect families and children from online harm. So as I said, they're accepting this award, right, for their humanitarian efforts to combat online trolling, to combat online bullying. Yeah, this is no joke. But you're probably pissing yourself laughing, right? And laughing your tits off on this one, because I know I am. Seriously, right? Because, yeah, it's happening on October the 9th. The actual date of my birthday, guys. What a lovely birthday present for Hazard and Megsy to give me, right? To accept an award and collect it on the day of my birth. Thanks, Hazard and Megsy. Anywho, yeah, remember when Megsy and Hazard had one of the biggest Sussex squad trolls of all time, right? On their Netflix mockumentary? His name is Christopher Boozy, also known as Lucy Bahoozy. Yeah, Lucy Boozy. Well, you know what? I do. And I also remember Lucy Boozy being one of the biggest trolls online last year, whilst Princess Catherine was off going through what we now know as cancer and her treatment. Thing is, though, at the time, he thought it was totally appropriate to publish things like this on X. Yeah, we remember this, don't we, guys? The palace lied. The British press happily helped them lie. The countless conspiracy theory headlines, while knowing a lot of what was being said was true. This is really some North Korea Trumpian type of propaganda. Yeah. This one here, some are missing the point, setting aside any presumptions. Let's concentrate on the facts. The initial photo was leaked on March the 4th. And 14 days later, a video depicting Princess Catherine surfaced. Princess Catherine, he calls her Kate. I try not to now. Princess Catherine appeared markedly different in the video from Princess Catherine in the March the 4th photo. Here's another one. We were told Princess Catherine was recovering and would resume her royal duties shortly, yet in the recent video she's holding a bag and moving briskly. If she's capable of such activity, why isn't she back to fulfilling her royal duties yet? I've compiled a few older videos of William and Princess Catherine walking together, as well as the recent video from Windsor Farm. Take a look and decide for yourself if it's Princess Catherine or not. In my opinion, we still haven't seen Princess Catherine in public. And here's another one. This one, though, from like 4 years ago now. Forgive me in advance for being petty. Never. I just saw a recent photo of Prince William and Princess Catherine, and those two are aging in banana years. I don't understand why, since they have a team of people who wait on them hand and foot 24/7. This is the thing, right? Oh, and I've got more evidence. That's not the exclusive evidence. That's coming, so stay tuned, okay? But I show you those tweets from Lucy Boozy to prove the point that Megsy and Hazard being awarded for combating online trolling, for trying to fight online bullying, is a joke. It's a bad joke. It's all kinds of wrong. Because not once to my knowledge have Hazard and Megsy publicly denounced anything that Lucy Boozy said here. Not once. And not once have Hazard and Megsy, again, to my knowledge, ever condemned the Sussex squad as a whole for their cyberbullying and harassment that they've inflicted on the internet. They've even been called out on the matter for staying silent. As the Sun asks here, Harry and Meghan love to lecture us on trolls, so why won't they condemn the vile Sussex squad and its sick conspiracies? Now, let me show you, right, some exclusive receipts that you're not going to see anywhere else. And why do I say that with utmost confidence and authority? Because these are some of the vile, nasty, bullying things that the Sussex squad have sent to me. here we go. So this situation came about over 2 years ago now. I was planning a trip to LA, and Andy, my big brother over in Florida, and we initially joked that maybe he should come across, see me in LA, and we'll do like a, worldwide privacy tour of Montecito. Something along those lines, right? We were joking at the time, but oh my goodness. The Sussex squad went off. Oh my goodness. To the point where we thought, you know what? Screw it, we're going to go now. And we did. And guess what? We didn't break any laws. Dumbasses. Anywho, this is some of the vile things that the Sussex squad have sent to me, right? So here we've got Tash at Fantastic12 saying, looking forward to you being introduced to their Stand Your Ground law. Yeah, that's a death threat. That is a death threat. And if you don't know what the Stand Your Ground law is, Google it. But it is a death threat, out and out. Where's Hazza and Meg's condemnation of this? Where's Hazza and Meg's condemnation of this? This was from the Cringe Queen, cringe_queen_2. And this was on Instagram, saying, you are an absolute failure of a human being. Seek mental help. You are not normal in any way, shape or form. I'd cry if I were your mother, knowing the human I carried for 9 months turned out to be an absolute degenerate like you. Seek help, fool. I just think it's hilarious. But this is the thing. This is from the Sussex squad. The fandom of Hazza and Megsy. They have a cheek, right, to accept this award as humanitarians fighting against online bullying, this, that, and the other. And not once, to my knowledge, have they publicly denounced the vile nature of the Sussex squad online. Seriously. Oh, I've got more receipts. Let me show you 2 more, but I've got a shiz ton. You have no idea. Here, we've got Sarah M. at Forums Meghan saying, normalise doing voodoo on bad people. And sharing a tweet from someone else with my picture on it. So, yeah, someone threatening voodoo on me. I don't believe in it. I'm an atheist. So again, I just pissed myself laughing and laughed my tits off on it. But, you know, this is a threat. It's a threat. This is bullying. This is harassment. Bordering on stalkerish, right? Oh, but wait, there's more. Let me show you the last one, all right? Louise says at Lulu65432, says, if you've had death threats like you are claiming, you should be reporting them to the police and not making videos piling on the hate. Firstly, I did report every single one to the police, you moron. The case is still open. Dipshit. Also, as well, I'm going to make videos on what I want to make, on whatever topic. And if I want to make a video exposing the vile DMs and threats that I get from the Sussex squad, then I'm gonna. You want me to stop? Then stop sending them, dipshits. You know what I mean? Big SM, thank you so much for the £5 sugar butt, saying Archewell Parent Network was formed by Archewell, giving $50,000 to an existing charity, Parents Together Foundation, which already supported kids. Yeah, it's a big fat con anyway, to be fair. But this is the thing. Yeah, I did report it to the police. It's still ongoing. So, this is the thing, right? To come round full circle here, right? These are just a taster, right? Of some of the vile things that Hazza and Megsy's fandom has sent to me, right? And, Yeah, where's Lucy Boozy in all of this? Oh, he's supporting him. Exhibit Z. Harry and Meghan are lucky to have the Sussex squad supporting them. This amazing group of diverse women from all over the globe has kept the pressure on YouTube, and it seems the strategy is working. Oh, yeah, and sorry, men too. Because, you know, you have to be woke. Have to be woke. Ah, yeah, okay. You're really proud of your team sending this kind of vile BS? Really? Come on. Now, let's go one step further on this, because if you think I am done with this story, not a freaking chance in hell. So, the award, right, specifically awards them as humanitarians, right, fighting against online bullying, blah, 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 blah. Well, we see that they're not doing it in their own backyard, because again, like I said, I've seen no evidence, no proof that they've publicly denounced the Sussex squad for the vile things that they do online, right? Well, another reason why they are not humanitarians is because, yeah, they still associate themselves with African parks. Prince Harry is not a humanitarian. Not whilst he still associates himself with African parks that back in May 2025, earlier on this year, admitted to human rights abuses going on in their organisation. In the parks. Which begs the question, right? He was all gung-ho leaving Centre Barley and trying to throw Centre Barley and Dr. Chandwaka under the bus. All gung-ho doing that, right? Taking the fight public, trying to drag him through the mud, the whole kit and caboodle. Where's the same energy for African parks that actually deserves it? That actually deserves Hazza leaving them and being dragged through the mud publicly. So, forgive me if I think that Hazza and Megsy are not deserving of this damn award. It makes no freaking sense whatsoever for them, firstly, to be called humanitarians, and then secondly, be called humanitarians for their fight against online bullying. Piss off! What the hell? Do you know what, though? I thank the organisers of this award for awarding them in a way, because the collection of the award is happening on my birthday. So thank you so much for that amazing birthday present, because it's going to give me probably a lot of content on my birthday. I love it. Thank you so much. Let's get to the reactions to this story, because, yeah, we've got Brittany over on Royal News Network saying, another pointless award that no one gives a shiz about. These two need to get real jobs, accomplish something, not endlessly throw money at your problems to buy legitimacy. The public is not stupid. This is the thing. It's not that, to me, you could say they're endlessly throwing money at problems, or you could say that they are pledging money to problems, but they're not following through. I saw a little rumour on the grapevine that that's what they do, that they pledge the money, but they don't donate it. Just like a certain Amber Turd back in the day. Again, just a rumour. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, all right? That's just a rumour floating around at the moment on the internet that I've just clocked onto. Interesting, right? Let's get on to the next reaction. So here, this is Royal Thoughts at Insightful Watch saying, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will accept the Project Healthy Minds Humanitarians of the Year award. Humanitarians do not accept fake PR stunt awards. People with healthy minds have healthy relationships with their fathers and families and ensure their children do too. Great freaking point, right, guys? But TB, me mate, Think Beautiful, that's a really good question. Who else was up for this award? Mickey Mouse? And I was thinking, do you know what? Who else could actually be up for this award? Could it be the Sussex squad? Could the Sussex squad win this award? Humanitarians of the Year award? For fighting online bullying? The Sussex squad could win it. If Hazza and Megsy could win it, the Sussex squad could certainly freaking win it. Alternatively, Could Lucy Boozy be up for the award and win it in the future? Well, let's go one step further. Could Kim Jong-un be up for the award in the future and win it, right? Could ISIS be up for the award in the future and win it, right? If Hazza and Megxy can be nominated and actually win the freaking thing, do you know what? ISIS is well in with a chance, right? Oh, how about Saddam Hussein? Posthumously, of course, right? Could he in the future be up for the award? The Humanitarian of the Year for fighting online bullying. Because like I said, if Hazza and Megxy can be up for the award and freaking win, any one of these freaking bozos could as well, really, at the end of the day. What do you guys think? With that being said, those watching live, whether on YouTube or on X, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. We're going to get on to the third topic in a moment, and it's an interesting one. It's Meghan Markle, Serena Williams, and the racist cotton. Your eyes and your ear holes are not deceiving you at all. That is the third topic that is coming up for today's live stream. So those watching on YouTube and X Live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. But if you haven't done so already, do make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Who else do you think could be up for the award in the future? The Humanitarian of the Year award for fighting online bullying. What suggestions do you guys have? Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching on the replay. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. But for those on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, and that was the second topic for today's live stream. We're going to get on to the third one in a moment. But Jessie581, oh my goodness, hugs for Lisa Boo. She's not being well. Oh, hugs for Lisa Boo right now. I'm so sorry to hear that you're not feeling well, love. Oh my goodness, Lisa Boo. I hope you get better soon. Ms. M, thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership for the last 38 months, saying, Steph, happy upcoming birthday. Hope it's going to be the best one ever. It'll be the best one ever yet. Of course it will be. And I'll be 39 years old, guys. 39. Next year will be the big 40. I'm so excited for it. It's unreal. Oh my goodness. I'm excited for my birthday next month. I mean, what's going on the 9th of October in the land of Hazza and Megxy? I mean, brilliant birthday present. That'll do for me. That'll do for me. Also, as well, Jeffrey Crownwell, thank you so much for becoming a leader. Appreciate your face. Jeffrey Crownwell, thank you so much for the generous sugar bucks of $5. Appreciate your face as well. Yeah, Project Metal Music is like, yep, monetize the morons. Always. Let's see. Okay, so, yeah, let's get on to the next topic, the third topic for today's live stream, because like I said, this is an interesting one. I was over at weekend. How do I put this? So over the weekend, myself and a few other of your favorite YouTube content creators, Megxiteers, we were actually talking about this. And I'm literally like there reading the discussion. And I'm there thinking, are you shizzing me? Is this real? Meghan Markle, Serena Williams, and the racist cotton? Oh, yeah. It is! Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught my eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because, yeah, I had to look into this because I heard that there was Meghan Markle, Serena Williams, and the story of the racist cotton. And I was there thinking, this can't be real. This has got to be some kind of troll, joke, whatever the frick you'd want to term it. Oh no, it's no joke. This is freaking real. So here we go. Thanks to Jennifer, Baby Beginner, saying this is ridiculously rude to the hotel. Serena Williams whines to her fans that they put a decoration in the hallway that she didn't like. If you have that much of a problem with it, tell the management. Don't rage bait. No one wanted to upset you. Yeah. Have a gander at this, guys.
So actually, it feels like no polish remover cotton, natural. All right, everyone, how do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great.
Yeah. How do you feel as cotton as a decoration? Personally, it doesn't feel great. Now, is there a history, of course, between slavery and cotton? Yes, there is. There is. But Serena Williams doing that, yeah, she has just created an absolute shitstorm. So, let me explain a little bit further to that. Here, we've got Megyn Kelly, okay, reacting to this, saying the following.
Serena Williams is in the news. Why? Because she was in New York to support her friend Kim Kardashian with something she's doing with Nike. And Serena Williams was in town to attend to it. And she's in some hotel. We do not know which hotel she was staying in. She did not publicize that. But Serena Williams, who is one of the richest Americans alive, was triggered by something, Maureen, and I'm going to show you what it was.
All right, everyone, how do we feel about cotton? Doesn't feel. So actually, for cotton.
She's plucked one of the cotton balls off of the plant, and she's using it to buff her nails, and then she does the hand gesture of like, ew, like where you shake your hands like, ew, gross, and she drops it. Now, Serena Williams is triggered by cotton, I guess, because it used to be picked by slaves, and she's a Black American. It's 2025. Serena Williams is estimated by Forbes to be worth $350 million. She's married to a very, very rich man, too. She hung up her racket in 2022, ending a career in which she earned $95 million in prize money, more prize money than any female athlete in history. She has endorsement deals to this day with more than a dozen brands. She's active as an investor in her own venture capital firm. She's got a licensing deal with a beauty line. She's launched a multimedia company. She owns part of the Miami Dolphins. But she is an oppressed, direct descendant of slaves, I guess. And that's how she sees herself to this day because, I guess, generational trauma, as the kids call it. She can't walk by a cotton plant in a luxury hotel to go promote Kim Kardashian's Skims line without feeling trauma that she has to videotape and post on Insta.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah. This is why, right? Serena Williams is getting a lot of backlash for that Instagram video post, whatever the frick you want to call it, right? It's ridiculous as far as a lot of us are concerned. And the thing is, the hypocrisy grows even further. So thanks to my good mate, TB Think Beautiful, tennis balls are made of cotton, guys. You know, the balls that Serena Williams used to play with in public in front of people. Yeah, those balls are made of freaking cotton. She's handled hundreds of thousands, right, of cotton tennis balls in her life. Not once, to my knowledge and based on my research, could I find Serena Williams turning around and saying, I'm going to create a campaign to remove cotton from tennis balls. How about this? What was Serena Williams wearing? That's probably got some cotton in that, right? The hypocrisy's off the charts. This is why there's a lot of chatter about what she did in that video that I just showed you at the beginning of this one. So yeah, tennis balls used at Grand Slams incorporate cotton as part of their outer felt covering, which is a blend of wool, nylon and cotton designed to reduce aerodynamic drag and improve flight properties. The specific composition of the felt can vary by manufacturer and tournament, with some using different ratios or sustainable alternatives, but cotton remains a key component in the performance felt surrounding the rubber core of these balls. And just you know, for the visuals, here is Serena Williams back in the day handling one of those balls. She didn't call cotton racist then, did she? She didn't get triggered then, did she? Interesting, right? Now, examples, you've got the US Open. The felt used in the balls for the US Open includes a blend of wool, nylon and cotton. In Wimbledon, the Slazenger balls used there are also ITF approved performance balls that feature this blend of fibres as well. So Serena Williams has handled probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions maybe, of tennis balls, right, back in her day. And they're all made of cotton. They're all made of cotton, love. Where was she back then? Decrying the cotton in the tennis balls, being like, those balls are not good enough, right? I demand playing with balls that do not have any cotton in whatsoever because it offends me. Otherwise, cotton balls offend me. Where was she back then saying something like that? To my knowledge and based on my research, I didn't find out, did you? Now, again, snaps and claps and further thanks goes to, again, Baby Beginner on X, because they're also sharing this video from Serena Williams, where the hypocrisy, oh, guys, it gets even worse. Back in 2021, you see her here. She's at her home, and her home has an art gallery inside of it that she created, that she curated as well. And, yeah, check this out.
Hello, AD. Welcome to my home. Come on in. This house for a really, really long time. I actually worked with my sister Venus. Get inside my brain and pick my brain and show you my vision. And I didn't want to lose that aspect, but I also didn't want a formal living room. And I was just trying to decide, what do I do? Now, I love art and I love, you know, all kinds of like artists, and I find it really cool. So I was like, what if I had a formal living room, but instead of it being a living room, it's called an art gallery. So this is our gallery. It adds some more fun stuff. This is a Leonardo Drew, another Radcliffe Bailey. These
That right there. Notice what the donkey is like standing on or standing over. Yep, that's cotton. That's cotton wool, cotton balls, whatever the frick you want to call it. It's cotton! In her home, in the art gallery that she created and curated, right? She chose these pieces. She chose this art to be in her home. So, okay, she feels, right, let me get this right. Let me get this right, okay. So, it's all right for her to have this kind of cotton, yeah, in her home as art, right? Yeah. The same thing in a hotel? No. It offends her sensibilities, let's say. Okay, make this hypocrisy make sense, please. What? This is rage baiting. Pure and simple as far as I'm concerned. Where was she back in the day when she was handling hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, right, of tennis balls made of cotton? Right? She was happy to play with those balls, wasn't she, back then when she was winning millions of dollars? Yeah? And why, oh why, is it not okay for a hotel to have this, but it's totally freaking okay, totally Gucci, blah, 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 for her to have the same thing in her own home as art? Now, Tommy Lola Moments, right, on X, had a really good point to make here. And they said the following: cotton is naturally occurring. We all love 100% cotton. Cotton still gets picked by hand or machine, and there's hardly anyone alive whose parents picked cotton as slaves. I'm glad that Serena Williams is getting called out for that performative nonsense. I am as well. But guys, here is the best reaction, right, I saw on X. And it comes courtesy of Flag and Fire, saying the following: Serena Williams leaves a 5-star New York City hotel in a blonde wig and designer clothes on her way to Kim K's Nike Skims launch with millionaire friends. And what rattled her out of all of that? A fake cotton plant in the hallway. Only in America can a woman worth $200 million play dress up in privilege, then cry slavery trauma over the hotel decor. Yeah. Maybe only in America, right, guys? With that being said, those watching live, whether on YouTube or on X, exactly where you are, I'm not done with you guys yet, because we are going to get into the bonus topic for today's live stream. You guys have been able to unlock it, so big, massive thanks to you guys. Yeah, King Charles has taken more action that Hazard and Megxie is not gonna like. Oh, he is not happy. He is definitely on the warpath. What more action has he taken? Well, for those watching live, stay exactly where you are. We're going to get into that in a moment. But if you haven't done so already, do make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to the Meghan Markle, Serena Williams, and the racist cotton story? Unbelievable, but it's true. So what do you guys think to it? If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments down below. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. But for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, and that was the third topic for today's live stream. We're going to get into the fourth one in a moment, so please do stay tuned. Special thank you to everyone that was able to contribute to today's super chat goal. You guys are amazing, so thank you so much for that. Yeah, Emily Cheatham, hypocrite of the highest order. That's why there's so much pushback to Serena Williams and what she did. I'd say, well, that's one of the reasons anyway. Let's put it that way. Heather Forter, thank you so much for the wonderful $1.99. Sugarbuck saying, love you reporting, Steph. Keep it up, love. Oh, I'm a trying. With that being said, let's keep it up with the bonus Hazard and Megxie story for today's live stream because, yeah, King Charles, he's taken even more action, right? That Hazard and Megxie is not going to like. What action has he taken now? Let's get into it right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because King Charles has taken even more action, right? That Hazza and Megxie, they are not going to like. No. So recently, as I've reported, King Charles has essentially called Hazza liar pants on the fire, because Hazza's turned around and said that the men in grey suits, right, are trying to sabotage his reunion, his reconciliation with the king and his family, right? But King Charles, through a royal source, has turned around and essentially said that's codswallop, that's BS, right? Well, on the heels of King Charles essentially calling Hazza liar pants on fire, the king has taken even more action, right? That Hazza and Megxie's not going to like. Now, what is that? Well, let me set the scene for you, right? Each year, around Christmas, we get headlines of will they, won't they be invited to Sandringham for Christmas? Like this one right here, okay? This is from Marie Claire. Prince Harry could return to the UK for Christmas without Meghan Markle. There are other articles that say Megxie and Hazza could be invited, but this is just one example, right? But then the story then always evolves into Hazza and Megxie are going and they're going to do their own royal Christmas, right, to rival the real royals, yeah? Here, 4 royal family members have reportedly been invited to Christmas in California. Again, these 2 articles that I'm showing you here are from last year, right, for 2024. Now, I'll be very, very surprised if the same BS PR that Team Sussex put out every year for the will they, won't they thing will continue for 2025. I say this because of this article right here. The king tells Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson to miss the royal Christmas. Now, I'm going to explain how this ties into Hazza and Megxie in a moment, but let me just go through what's going on here. So, the king has signalled that Prince Andrew and his ex-wife Sarah, Duchess of York, will not be welcome at the royal family's Christmas celebrations this year. Sources close to King Charles indicated he will keep the Duke and Duchess at arm's length after it emerged that Sarah maintained ties with Epstein, despite publicly denouncing him in 2011. The king has also made clear that he would prefer the pair to be invisible at future gatherings. Last year, the king enlisted Fergie's help to persuade Andrew to do the decent thing and stay away from the Christmas gathering after it emerged at that time that Andrew had developed a close relationship with the alleged Chinese spy Yang Tenbo. A source close to King Charles said, quote, "You can't sack someone from being your brother, but this year, if the Duke and Duchess were both to be as honourable as last year, it would be very much for the best and the family would not be disappointed, not least to avoid the king having to make any more difficult decisions." Friends of Fergie said she was devastated for any embarrassment caused by the latest revelations and will explain herself to the wider royal family in due course. Friends of the king, though, have also indicated that he would prefer that the Yorks family keep completely out of sight when attending family occasions by arriving and leaving through discreet entrances where possible. A friend saying, "The king is not of the mind to banish someone worshipping at church or attending family occasions like a funeral, but he would hope they would find a more discreet way of attending these events. In Prince Andrew's case, he seems to relish the prospect of not being low-key about it." And I don't think he'll continue to be low-key about it at all. He won't. He'll be as high-key as possible with this, right? Trying to force his way back in. Just like a certain Hazza, right? And this is the thing. Speaking of the gruesome twosome, and going around full circle here, where the king has taken action by excluding Prince Andrew and Fergie, basically not only from public royal events, right, but also excluding them from Christmas, this indicates he could very well do the same for Hazza and Megxi. It looks like the king is trying to exclude Prince Andrew and Fergie from Christmas forever. They were already excluded last year because of the story that came out that Prince Andrew had friendship ties with a Chinese spy. And I reported on that as well last year. So find that video, and I explain in that video the full story there. But not only did the king ban him basically last year, he's doing so this year as well. So it seems like maybe this is going to be a continuance where, in terms of Sandringham, we're not going to be seeing Prince Andrew or Fergie there ever again. And this indicates that he could very well do the same now for Hazza and Megxi. Because by excluding them forever, it should stop the will they, won't they articles that seem to pop up each year as to whether the gruesome twosome will attend a royal Christmas or not. And ultimately, that action from the king would certainly be one that Hazza and Megxi would not like at all. And if you think I'm reaching here, all I'm going to say is this. Read Entitled by Andrew Lowney. If you haven't got the book, buy it and read it. It's essential reading, I think, because the story as to what happened with Fergie and Andrew, there are parallels that you cannot ignore from them to Hazza and Megxi. Hazza and Megxi, I would say, is our generation's Fergie and Andrew. And if the king is willing to banish Andrew and Fergie from Christmas pretty much forever, it indicates he could very well do the same for Hazza and Megxi as well. And why not, really, at the end of the day? Why not? Especially when recently the king, through royal sources, has essentially turned around and said that Prince Hazza is lying when Hazza claims that the men in grey suits are trying to sabotage their reconciliation. Yeah, the king's certainly not happy with Hazza and Megxi. And it does certainly seem that perhaps he is now on the warpath against him. But enough about what I think. What do you guys think? With that being said, those watching live, whether on YouTube or on X, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet, but if you haven't done so already, do make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do you think that the king should keep the same energy? And when he's excluding and banning Prince Andrew and Fergie from Christmas forever, do you think he should do the same with Hazza and Megxi? If you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments down below. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. But for those on the replay, thank you so, so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, and that was the bonus Hazza and Megxi story for today's live stream. Again, extra special thank you to everyone that was able to contribute towards today's super chat goal for unlocking that story and making it happen. Appreciate your faces. Thank you so, so much. I'm just going to go through a few of your comments before we end. Same rules apply as always. Anyone that sends super chat sticker, member only chat, your chats are guaranteed to be read. Anyone else, I'll just pick and choose what stands out to me, but your chats are not guaranteed to be read. So please do bear that in mind. So let's have a look here. Whilst I'm looking at your comments, I'm just going to have this to the side of the screen here. For those that don't know, I have a third new channel and it's on Kick. It's Baccarat Nerds. I'm going to spam the chat with the link. If you haven't done so already, please also support me over on Kick on Baccarat Nerds. Follow me, watch the clips. I go live Monday to Thursday for an hour each and every day whilst I'm playing Baccarat and talking about Hazza, Megzy, and pretty much what's going on in the world. And we're having a lot of fun over there on Baccarat Nerds at the moment. So please head on over and support me there. Thank you so much to everyone that has done so far. Let me just refresh and see if there's been any movement. That's absolutely fine. No movement so far, but I know you guys have been watching me up to this point. So if you do want to head on over and get even more content from me, please do so. The link to this is also pinned right at the top of the live chat on YouTube. So thank you so much to everyone that supported me over there so far. So yeah, let's have a look. Jesse581 says, once Prince William becomes king, those two grifters will be running with their tails between their legs. LOL. Oh yeah. I mean, I've been reporting it here in detail. The sources are saying that once Prince William ascends to the throne, he's going to take away their titles, their HRH is gone, even the kids' titles are gone. He's going to remove them. Also, as well, there's even rumours that he's going to remove them from the line of succession. Snaps and claps for that one. Major snaps and claps for that one if he does it. Will he, though? I think there's a strong chance he will. Because, again, the reports are also coming in that he has now taken the role of Prince Philip. Prince Philip, back in the day, used to be the authoritarian in the family. Now, apparently, it's Prince William that's taken on that role. Yep. Hazza and Megzy are in big, big trouble. Karma's a bitch, guys. It really, really is. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Lynn Mitzi, hey up, Steph, mods and chat. I'm so late. No, you're not late. You're not late. Thank you so much for tuning in whilst I'm still live. Appreciate your face. You can always rewind the live stream and start from the beginning. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci. Let's see. What else you guys are saying? Christabel says, Edward and Sophie are great. You're not going to get any arguments from me on that one. Totally agree. Totally agree. Head Mod says, KC should ban has-been and methane from entering the UK. Nah. He shouldn't ban them. Do you know why? Because every time they enter the UK, it is more content for me. I'm going to say it as it is. It's more content for me. So, nah, don't ban them. Don't ban them. If anything, allow them to come in even more because they're just... They're creating more rope to hang themselves with, if that makes sense. The more they do, the more they expose themselves for the grifters they actually are. At least I'm honest, right? They're not. They're not at all. It's absolute freaking joke that they're being awarded a humanitarian award for combating online harassment and bullying when their fan base causes a lot of that online and they've never once, to my knowledge, publicly denounced them for it. There you go. Anywho. Thank you so much to the head mod for sharing my third brand new channel. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much. Can we get to 20 followers by the end of this stream? Hang on. Want to sneeze? There we go. Can we get to 20 followers by the end of this stream? That would be fun, wouldn't it? We've only got 3 more remaining. So let's have a look. By the end of this stream, can we get another 3? We might do. You don't ask, sometimes you don't get, right, guys? Crag says, Steph, I think he needs the men in white coats. I think he needs a lot more than that, really, to be fair. Sarge is like, this is gold, Steph. You are very welcome, Sarge. I hope Georgie and Olivia are doing all right. Gail Andres says, hi, Steph. By all means, Hazza and Megzy should be banned from future attendance Christmases by King Charles. Yeah. Again, I wouldn't disagree with King Charles if he did that. I really, really wouldn't. One memento. Where are you? Because I saw a little request, and you know what? I'm up for it. Where are you? Lisa Boo? I see you. That kind of rhymed. And, shut Show off your blue wrench, love. Hey, you have just been blue wrenched, Lisa Boo. Congratulations for becoming a mod in the Alter Nerd community. Show off your fabulous blue wrench. I want to see it. I want to see it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And yes, we have achieved a monkey. And what does that mean? When we achieve at least 500 likes, that's called a monkey. So get your dancing monkey shoes on, because here we go. So thank you so much for everyone that's hit that like button. Every 500 likes, we've achieved a monkey. So the next monkey achievement is 1,000 likes. Will we get there? We might. But Lisa Boo, thank you so much. Appreciate your face there. Oh yeah, bless me. Yeah. I'm human. I burp. I fart. I sneeze. It's the thing humans do. It is what it is. Meh. Through the Looking Glass channel says, write a letter to King Charles to remove them from the website. You have over 130,000 subscribers. If BP received that many letters saying to remove them, they would pay attention. They might. They might not. You gotta understand that the royal family live pretty much on a different planet in a way, on a different plane. Their existence is not like ours at all. They are not. The reason why I say that is because they're not, how do I put this? They look at the current state of things. However, they are also the look forward kind of people. They have to, when they make a decision on anything, they have to consider how it impacts the family now and the country now. They also have to consider how it would impact the family and the country way into the future as well, to ensure the country's, but also the royal family's future survival as well, if that makes sense. So they're not just reactive in terms of what's going on right now. They're also reactive as to what could actually play out in the future, and how their decision that they take in the here and now could affect the future in terms of the survival, the situation, blah, 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 blah. Very, 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 very similar, believe me, to how the Catholic Church operates, actually. And I know, because I was raised Roman Catholic. I went to a Catholic all-girls school. They really tried to force feed that Bible down my throat. But anyhow, right? Yeah, that's very similar to the Catholic Church in terms of their thinking and how they operate, blah, 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 right? Okay, so yeah, we could do, but their considerations of how they determine things is very different to how we would do it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anywho, Gigi says, monkey dance time! Yeah, we just did it. We just did it. We sorted. We're sorted. Emily Cheater says, basically, farting, burping, sneezing is a thing humans do, Steph, unless you are the Kim family. They seem to think they don't even go to the toilet, LOL. I presume you're talking about the glorious North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un. I assume. North Korea, don't come after me. Jokes, of course, jokes. North Korea can kiss my ass. Craig says, Steph, I wonder if they bought the award and the rest of the awards. Yeah, I mean, it's an absolute joke for them, as far as I'm concerned, to be awarded the Humanitarian Year of the Award for combating online harassment and bullying on their merits. Like, no. I wouldn't be surprised if it transpires that somehow they bought the award. I'm not making that as a statement of fact or anything like that. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if there was a scenario that came up in this reality that transpired and provided evidence that they bought this award. There is no such evidence out there at the moment that we know of. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that scenario came to pass. Who knows, right? It makes me think of Prince Harry getting the Legends of Aviation Award the other year. A lot of us, including you guys watching at home, were like, come again? Dude didn't even get his freaking wings, but he still got a Legend of Aviation Award, and he got that. And his brother, Prince William, who has the wings, doesn't get that award at all. Yeah, tell me that award wasn't bought. Come on. With a straight face, tell me that award was not bought. Come the frick on. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Alan Mee says, you're talking like the royals care even a little about us peasants. Well, they do. They do care. Do you know why? Because part of our tax money goes towards them. They care. They care. And they know that their survival is predicated on our preference for them. Let's put it this way. If the public, in en masse, decided one day that we wanted to become a republic, nothing could stop us. History has proven that, right? Other countries over the decades, over the centuries, that used to have royal families and now don't anymore and have become a republic, it all started with public discontent of said royal family. And so how do you avoid that from happening here? You've got to make sure that the public, in the majority, is content with the royal family here. Because if not, they're going to get evicted from their castles, this, that, and the other. Again, history has taught us that would happen. So, Alan Rees, respectfully, I actually disagree with you on that. They care about what we think. They care more than what you think. Because again, our approval of them ensures their survival, not only now, but in the future as well. It's the way I see it, anyhow. But Christabel has got a point. If the survival of the royal family was left up to those four, Hazard, Megxie, Fergie and Andy, it would surely perish. Yes. Yes, and a zillion times, yes! Totally. Let's see. Oh, Bev, that's so kind of you to say. Thank you. Oh, Steph, I always am so happy when your show is on. Do you know what? I am too. I'll freely admit, I am too. I am so happy when my show comes on. Can't you tell? You're so adorable. You are too. Thank you. I've stopped so many other channels. They seem to all say the same thing, but will never stop yours. Oh, well, thank you so much. That's really, really kind of you to say. My goodness, Bev, thank you. I do try and bring something a little bit different to the mix. Because there are so many channels out there that report on the royal family and Hazard and Megxie, and of course, watch who you want to watch. Absolutely fair enough. But there's so many out there that it's a case of behind the scenes thinking here. I think to myself, how can I be different? How can I give you information in a way that, you know, some other channels aren't? And that's not a dig to them. It really isn't. It's just, you know, how do you set yourself apart, really, providing the information that I want to provide, that you guys want to see and listen, but to the point where it's a little bit more unique to my channel in comparison to everyone else's. You see where I'm coming from? And, you know, one of the things that I think makes this community unique is, firstly, just my attitude, really. I'll say what I want to say, do what I want to do. I have no filter. That's it. Secondly, I'd say the graphics, the way that the information is presented. And thirdly, I would say the equipment that I invest in for the studio. Always thinking bigger, always thinking better. Like, how can I be bigger? How can I be better? How can the community be bigger? How can the community be better, right? And so, yeah, I'm always thinking, I'm always on my feet. I don't know if you were here earlier on, Bev, but I was explaining that all day today, right, I've been in the studio and I've been rearranging things, a couple of things you might notice in terms of on the screen, but a lot of it is in the background that you guys don't even see. I've done a lot of cable management. That sounds really boring, but I enjoy that. I've installed the new camera. I'm on my way to installing a second mic. Why would I need a second camera and mic? Stay tuned, but a certain Mr. Fox might be involved. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm always looking at ways to improve the content, the style of the content, and the way that you guys receive it. And so, always thinking on my feet, always thinking of how I can do better and be better and how it can all look better for you guys. And so, yeah, I'll never stop. I will never stop evolving. Never, ever, 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 ever. The moment I stop evolving is the moment I've failed. And I'm not going to fail anytime soon, let's put it that way. So, yeah, Bev, thank you so much for your comment. Kind of went on a little bit of a tangent there, but yeah, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. And thank you so much for, you know, continuing to still watch me. Very, very kind. So thank you so, so much. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we end today's live stream. Let's see. Oh, Emily says, I always come over to you, Steph, too, if a live starts. Oh, thank you. Well, you guys know that on a Sunday, every Sunday, I go live, 10 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Eastern. That I've always done for pretty much forever at this point. On a Friday, you'll see me live, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern. And that's when I also go live on a Friday as well. So thank you so much for that, Emily. Be it this channel or Political Nerds, you'll always catch me live. Thank you so much, Emily. That's pretty cool of you to say. Let's see. Big SM. Thank you so much for the sugar bucks saying Project Healthy Minds is an Archewell recipient. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why am I not surprised? Like, seriously, why am I not surprised, really, at this point? Let's see. I've seen Mic Drop Lisa asking me to check my DM. So let's have a look. Ooh. Okay. I'll agree to that. Mic Drop Lisa, seeing as it's you. Emily Cheatham, just comment in the live chat and tell me what the difference is this time. Just let me know when you figure it out, Emily. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see what else you guys are saying. You're welcome. You are welcome. Right, let's do a little bit of a refresh over on my third channel on Kick, Backlash Nerds. And we went up 1 follower. Yes, we're now at 18. We're just 2 more away to get into the big 20. 20 followers on Kick. So guys, if you want even more content from me, then please, during this stream or straight after this stream, because I'll be ending shortly, do head on over to kick.com, get onto my channel, and yeah, subscribe to me over there. I stream 4 days a week, an hour each day. I get to play Baccarat and discuss the misadventures of the gruesome twosome, what's going on in the world, pretty much anything. It's like a shoot the shit kind of live stream. Very, very loose, and we have a lot of fun over there. I haven't streamed this week because Avantage Baccarat, the game that I play, has been updating behind the scenes. I think they should be pretty much back online next week, fingers crossed. So yeah, even more content from me over on Kick, over at Baccarat Nerds. I'll just spam the chat one more time with my link. I see here that 470 of you are watching at the moment. My goodness, if every single one of you went over there and followed me, or set up a Kick profile and then followed me, oh my goodness, like, I would just, wow, there'd be a celebration. There would be a celebration of some kind. I promise you that right now. If all 400 of you did it right now, my goodness, we'd carry on. We'd carry on at that point. But anywho, thank you so much to everyone that's supporting my third channel over on Kick, Baccarat Nerd so far. I really do appreciate your faces. With that being said, that is it for today's live stream. Thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in. Thank you so much to everyone that's liked this live stream, that's subscribed here on YouTube or followed me on X. Thank you so much to everyone that's commented in the live chat and kept me company right to the end. You guys are amazing. Thank you also to everyone that took part in today's gifting walls, became a leader themselves. Thank you so much for your leader-only chats, and thank you so much to everyone that's been able to send a super chat sticker my way or contribute to today's super chat goal. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for that. With that being said, that is it for today's live stream. Thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in. Have a lovely week next week, wherever you are in the world. And until the next time, you guys, laters.